I've really appreciated that we've just begun. Really, I think this is our third sync, and it's really gotten me back into the basics of my program and getting back to all the essential exercises. And most recently, I remembered chest breathing. And I remember this from very back in the beginning. And I've always referred back to this when people come to me with anxiety. And when I remember my own anxiety, I remember in college waking up and I'd feel tension in my chest and anxious, and I couldn't go back to sleep. I couldn't sleep in. And I remember thinking afterwards that if I'd had this one exercise to perform, the chest breathing exercise, how much that would have helped at that time. So I'm excited to share that with you, and then also the principle that can help make it more effective. And the principle that I want to share about it, it's we're going to apply it to chest breathing. And it kind of is an extension of that principle, of where your attention goes, the energy flows. But what I like to call this one is leading with the energy. And we'll apply it, like I said, to the breathing. And I wanted to just give an example of if I ask you to breathe into your chest, or if I ask you to breathe into your abdomen, naturally you're going to just focus on that part of your body, but not really too intently, and just try to breathe in and expand that area, whether it's your chest or your abdomen. But that's what I call leading with the physical. And it's what I've done too. The first time I remember actually, the first time anyone asked me to breathe into my abdomen, it was awkward. I remember that, and I couldn't really do it as well as I thought I could. But with leading with the energy, it's about really at first disregarding your physical body. And the intention is to connect with the energy centers at those locations. So at first, if I were to ask you to focus on your chest or begin chest breathing, you'd focus on your heart chakra or your middle dantian. They're basically the same location. And instead of taking a breath right away, you just imagine a point of light, like right at the center, and you just hold your attention there. And the trick is to hold your attention there, not just during the inhale, but during the exhale. And so what this does, first and foremost, the first benefit of it is that it actually gets you in tune to those energy centers. So we'll work first in phase one with the middle dantian. And this is something really that you can only feel through your practice, through your mind and through focus. You're not going to feel it just by breathing to the chest, and you're not going to feel your lower dantian just by breathing to the abdomen. It's going to be a component of the mind and body coming together. So that's the first benefit, is that you just find these locations, which can only be done through practice and through visualizing those locations and then beginning to feel them. So the second benefit is that when we lead with the energy and we focus on one area, let's say it's our chest, the energy is going to flow there and it's going to build, especially if we keep our attention there as we breathe out and as we breathe in. And then as the energy builds, your breath becomes absolutely natural in the way that it expands, and the energy will accumulate, and then it will just naturally lead your body. So if you're focusing on the chest, you don't need to breathe on purpose. You build the energy, and then the chest just automatically wants to take that deep breath. And it really makes the breath so much more comprehensive and just full. And so it involves your physical body and your energy body. And eventually, too, with the affirmations that we use and any kind of spiritual insights that you can apply spiritual messages and information, and then it becomes a spiritual breath as well, because it has that intention with it. But really, it begins with that energy, because the energy is the bridge between the spirit and the body. And again, that's why in phase one Qigong, we open the heart first, because that's the bridge. That's our energetic center that unites the mind and the body. So we'll keep that in mind. And before we start the Qigong, I wanted to give you an affirmation that really helps with that concept. So you could be doing this while you're doing your chest breathing, or you could be doing this while you're doing your lower abdomen breathing or your lower dantian breathing. And it's really simple. So let's say we're focusing on our lower dantian. Okay. As you breathe in your mind, you'd say, breathing in, I feel my dantian. Breathing out, I hold on to my center. Okay. So it'd be again, breathing in, I feel my dantian. Breathing out, I hold on to my center. And so that mindfulness practice, that affirmation, again, just keeps your attention on that energy center, which is again leading with the energy through our inhale and through our exhale. So it gets a continuous charge while you're sitting or standing. And then likewise for the chest, you do the same thing, breathing in, I feel my heart or my heart chakra, whatever language resonates with you. Breathing out, I hold on to my center. And this will help you too, because we can use our mind to heal different areas of our body. If we have pain in certain areas of our body, this will help you really hone your attention into those points and then keep your attention there as you breathe it in and out. And it's a really good way of doing self-healing.